So this is a journal entry, a vlog. It's just a memory I had of somebody else. You know, the other one that I refuse to call him a clone of me, but you know, it's pretty disturbing. But I don't know if I went through a coke withdrawal, like maybe 2008, 2009. I don't remember what. You know, there's something when you go through like a drug withdrawal, like you get a repression from another soul that is connected to you. And he was sitting, and Milka, she lives in Bayonne, Pisarcik, she was in the driver's seat. I think Justine was in the back seat. And he had a cell phone that I think that Amber Birdsall, I went out with her years after that, she had that same cell phone. And, you know, I don't know what people do with their cell phones. I kind of know. Either you read somebody's minds or you perpetuate, you know, your beliefs onto them, and they start to, like, you know, they get distracted. But he was saying that he wanted to take out the battery and disconnect the cell phone whenever he was talking about something, because he felt like, you know, there were people listening in on that. I mean, there's evidence years later, you know, there was just Aaron Snowden and WikiLeaks and all that. You know, they were talking about how the government agency was spying on American citizens. And not just American citizens, on everybody they wanted, you know, but he knew that years ago. And, I mean, I guess he was just shook, you know. I'm to the point where it's like, you need to listen to me, go listen to me. And I don't know what he did in his life, and people set him up for failure. I guess people try to set me up for failure, but you know, I'm wide awake right now, and you're really not gonna mess with me like that. And then, you know, Birdsall over there, you know, I'm pretty sure it's a cell phone because she was bragging about it. She's like, it's like a brick. I'm like, all right, well, it's an older cell phone. Why don't you get a new one? Why are you telling me about that? Until I started connecting and remembering stuff that I never saw. Pretty freaky, right? So when you clone somebody, you take their soul and you create another being. People telling me that, you know, he didn't look exactly like me. Maybe people hide his picture, like, you know, you hide the truth in your brain, right, Coco? You know, but there was a lot of other things he went through, you know, but that I will not forget, because like years later after that was like, I don't know, 99 or 2000, and Milka over there lived at the other place, at the other apartment, where people recognize where she lives. A couple blocks away south, or like to the east of Bayonne. You know, that's where he met up with her. And years later, Milka, I don't know what year it was, but she came over our house and she was just excited. She was like, yo, I've been reading about the NWO. The Jews know a lot. They don't tell us anything. I think it was about, if you didn't drink 2 beers, warm beers, like 11 or 12 ounces a day, you will have a healthy heart. But I mean, obviously, I don't think it's cold beer, but everyone is different as well, you know? I remember I entertained that idea. See, beer is not the most unhealthiest thing, you know? She was always obsessed about that 2 beers, just 2 beers. I'm like, all right, well, you know, I have to get a tall can or something, you know? So, and it's like, you know, don't tell me what to do there, Milka, all right? Because you probably didn't care about, you laughed at that stuff. You think it was silly and stupid. To like what, someone on the internet wrote it, or you saw it on Tefalpeh, you know? And what, did the Jews know about it? Ooh, big secret, right? Because then I think he was paranoid too. He found out from people, and like, it was basically Illuminati. And they're not the only ones that do it, they're religious. It's not that the Jewish, anti-Semitic, Christians and Catholics, only people do, you hide stuff as well, you know? Where he found out, I think he found out from a certain doctor. He went to a certain doctor, he happened to be Jewish, he confirmed it. Because they knew him and they told him about it. And then he got used for money or something like that. So about $5 million secret there. And you know, I could talk about Milka and his sex experience. I don't know with her, but her daughter. You know, he got really point where he was just careless and you know, he hurt himself. But you people violate him. You worship that. You love the fact that whether he called disease or he was killed or murdered, you would do the same to me. That's why you stay quiet. You don't answer my message on Facebook anywhere. I haven't seen none of you. Today when Martha came, I didn't want to hear I was doing something. Good, don't talk to me, don't look at me. Put your face down and cry. Or somber up and breathe. That's all you get out of me. I'm not a evil person. You know, I don't go after you and hurt you. You want to hurt me for forever. Or for decades of you people. And I know Milka from Gorlica, with Justinka crying about her daddy. and then at the pool and basketball and stuff. So I know you people from way back. But the whole religious people, this and that, yeah, you people will lie a lot. You know a certain truth that you don't share it with them. Except it's the internet. You can find out all these truths on the internet. So what is the big secret? I mean, in the early 2000s, it was you could read stuff. There's books probably promoting that stuff. What is your big fucking secret? A couple months ago, Donna, right, and Donka, I mean, you were right about that cinnamon stuff. I'm like, isn't that like stuff you find out in the 90s, like 2000s? Like, it's really not that big secret. Like how ignorant, unaware are you people? And you think it's a conspiracy to hide that? Yeah, people hide that all the time because probably, you know what? They're scared to talk about the good things because people hunt for that and they'll hurt you for it or something. And they put it down face because they don't know about it and they're scared. They're scared, terrified, and they want to hurt you. I'm not like that. I'm not a coward. I never was. And there's a lot of things he went through, this and the other thing, you know, like, not just mocked up, a lot of people, you made me and him feel like we were evil. A lot of you people do that. You perpetuate that lie. Go ahead, tell everybody I'm the most evil person because I can read. I'm literate, right? But, you know, I think he fell for it after a while. You know, maybe he started believing like I started believing. For decades, I believed it. Till he gave me like a certain mental anguish that I just came out of it. Now, I don't care anybody, human being in the world. You have to prove yourself. But you're still going to perpetuate that lie. And a lot of you are just sadistic, creepy, and disgusting. So I know I'm not. So I have a clean conscience. But I already uploaded videos about him, what he went through, including Guns N' Roses concert, Guns N' Roses, Death Show 2, we know about that. You know, it's just like, it's over and gone now. Because the first time you repress it, you go into details. Not everything, but a lot of stuff. It's not like dreams and all the other stuff. It's like, it was just, all these pictures kept coming to me like I was attached to the soul. You know? Whether he hurt somebody, he hurt himself, he lived a life of, you know, at the end, just drunkenness, maybe drugs. You know, people enjoyed that. But I called them a narcoman. Right? Including people that smoke weed, you call them drug addicts. You know? Yeah, people are just ignorant and just stupid in the head. So, you know. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he had a 69 with Justinka over there. Because she came bragging to my house, and that was the first time I or him met her, except he was 14, 15 years in advance. So when I met her, well, that wasn't the first time I met her, but it was a time traveler, you know? It's kind of cool. Like, when I was at her friend's house, supposedly friend's house, you know, he experienced the same thing I experienced for, 13 years prior, from 85 or 86, he already went through 99, right? It's freaky, creepy, that's the time traveler stuff. But it's like, you know, he was just too nice to you people. Too nice. And, you know, I was too nice to you as well, except you're not going to make me feel something I'm not. You know, whether you want to listen to me or you want to turn my internet off, you want to delete stuff, suppress me, censor me, I could care less. And yeah, last year, you know, Stan and Emmett called me. I chose his wife down, like, oh yeah, come over, you know, this and that. And I told him to what doctor to go to, and he was just, you know, it was just odd. Like, for the first time in years, like, he actually talked to me, like, with a smile on his face. He actually had a conversation with me, you know. For years, he didn't shake my hand, this and that, but, you know, suddenly he was going through depression. And it's like, well, I was just bewildered. And I thought, well, it's also because, you know what, I'm there by himself and he's talking to me. There's other people he would ignore me. No, I'm not the fake. I don't give you the privilege of talking to you right now. None of you. Considering, you know, you can actually formulate a sentence, a coherent sentence, and you actually act reasonably, which I highly doubt it. Are you scared, or you just realize that, you know, you're evil, creepy, and you torture somebody, including myself. Do that to your own people. Because I know you do. Including your children. No respect for them whatsoever. It's a disgraceful, you know. I mean, imagine giving a room to a child that feels like a jail cell or something, you know. I mean, I'm not going to get into your personal lifestyles and your kids. None of my business, you know, but even the massage thing. And the stereotype of being from Poland is like, you know, you probably wouldn't know about massage. They just always think of like it's a cold region, not just cold region, it's windy, this and that. It's like not, and there's people that do massage, but it's like it's not a big secret either, you know. There's people that just aren't aware of that. I think it's silly or stupid, you know. So like, you know, eventually, you know, in your 30s, 40s, and you start to develop health issues, or you're just not as vibrant, you're just not as healthy on your daily basis. You just have no energy. You lack energy, you know, from your body all the way to your heart, to your organs, and eventually your brain. So you start popping pills, right? A form of opioids, to a certain degree, to lessen the mental anguish, maybe physical pain as well, muscle relaxants. You know, I'm taking a hot steam shower. People just, you know, thinking about muscle relaxants. Like, why don't you just get in a hot shower, bro? Are you going to hate me because I take a hot shower? Leave me alone. None of you left a comment. None of you have the guts. All you do is degrade me what you are. It's like you spewed on me what you are and your little associates are. That's you. That's not me. Stop lying as well. You know, you're blissfully ignorant. Be blissfully ignorant. You know, you perpetuate that on him. Including your little celebrities and whatever you people are. Not just celebrities, just a lot of you are just the same. You're all the same. But pretty sure he fell for it and he got hurt. You know, he told people that were just, you know, either homosexual or they just, you know, they had no identity and they just followed him. You know, but maybe he was angry and, you know, he tried to have a fight. And he thought he had people behind him. He had nobody, right? And I don't want any money from your little songs that you stole. Have your little drink and your crazy cartoons, man. You're not worth it. And I really mean it. It wouldn't bring me any joy. But to be aware of who you are and not to get riled and angry, just look at people like that like they're crazy, ridiculous. It's freaking priceless. Especially when you have a mind of your own and you're not going to be manipulated anymore. You know? Whether we've known each other for years or maybe a couple weeks and I already see it coming in a couple minutes. I don't have time for that. I just ignore you. And when your little organization there listens to my other people's conversations, right? You know, big issues you let go, and there's 6-year-olds killing people, right? You should just not listen to conversations, just fix the problem. You're an evil organization. You're an evil enterprise. And just because you weren't born here doesn't mean you're any better either. I already talked about it. It's like, why'd you even let me or him in the country? We're the same. He was me before, you know, he was me in the year 2000 all the way back to 85. Why'd you even let me in 89? You made an egregious mistake. Or maybe you just played it, you just thought I'd be dead as well, right? You got rid of him. You laughed at it, you took his jokes, you made him look an idiot. You know, he tried to live well, he tried to promote health. You disrespected him, he got murdered, and then you thought I would die out, right? But how come? Why would you think that? I mean, you're an idiot. You're all idiots. That's why you still think that. That's why you don't answer my phone calls. That's why you ignore me now. Your head down and you're like, what is that? I can see you. You can see me. Be honest. See? Oh, kurwa. Jesteś, ale to nie moja wina. I mean, people think I don't know, a little car or some sneakers gonna what? I'm gonna sell myself for that? You even had $1 billion. You think I'm going to sell myself for that? You're dense. Another thing to my so-called relatives there. Yeah, I wouldn't give you a fucking dollar. You're right. Because you know what? You would violate me either way. If it was about the money, no problem. I'm not Nimic. Or any of you. It's just that, you know, you wouldn't want me to be happy or anything. That I can understand. Because I never wished your unhappiness. But now I worship your unhappiness. It gives me joy, a boner, you know? I'm not sexually attracted to it, but oh, it's fucking hilarious. And only people that depressed already talk about it sadly, like I'm in hell. Grow up. Grow up. Hell never ends. Your life will eventually end. So cheer up. You have something to look forward to. Even your own people told me, you know, you survived. They didn't think you would survive. You know, you don't have to be, you know, running around people shooting you to survive. People manipulate to your death in a whole different ways. You could have millions of dollars. You wouldn't have to scrub floors. Imagine that. But, you know, that wouldn't make you happy. My misery and, you know, my anguish or whatever else you people planning or just worshiping made you happier, right? And some of you people knew eventually what would happen in the end. That's why you kept quiet and you never hurt me physically. Some of you really wanted. Not relative to some other people. Very few, though. At least I think. Or maybe they could see. And there's people insinuate that I'm a real person, so they don't understand that. And they just feel like conflicted by it, so they just, you know, like push me to the side. Because, you know, I tell the truth, and, you know, I act a certain way, but I always tell the truth, and I act what I am, even though I mess up. Well, it's like, then why you repeat that phrase, keeping a real person, when you're scared of that, or you're terrified, or you just don't understand it. If you don't understand, I get it, but it's just go our separate ways, right? No help from neither of you. So I always wondered, I just say he left a couple $1 million for me in case I got a bachelor's degree, right? Wasn't there someone just saying, hey man, listen, get your degree, this and that, I'll help you, and, you know, kick me off a couple dollars, couple $100,000 or $1 million. No problem. But it's like, none of you just fucking, and you're greedy, but your greed just like dilutes everything. So all in all, an end game was just to like kill me. Are more people that are just similar like me that are just doing good and you try to stifle them? How's the greed working out? Good? Enjoy it when you're having anxiety attacks or panic attacks? Your little food there, your little car's gonna help you with that? You know? Pop pills, right? Skydive, I don't know. Could care fucking less. Go on the internet, look it up. Klonopin your way up to happiness. Or calming, whatever you do. Yeah, I know, it's terrifying how you use the word calming. You know. Creepy, right? a couple hours ago, I was thinking, you know, probably the safest place for me is the library. Let's start reading. People just be terrified of it. It's like, well, why? I'm not gonna say why'd you build it. It's like just, I mean, this is just ridiculous. Let alone internet connection. I mean, what do you people do? Porn or just music? That's fine too, but you know, there's other things you could do. Just you know, people that have no logic. I understand that. I totally get it. What your end game was. Just, you know, you didn't succeed. You still try. Now imagine. And it's escapades, yeah, I get it. Because I turned to a degenerate as well. But I wouldn't touch certain females. It's like little girls, you know, in their brain. And, you know, it told me as a child, no. Why? Because I tan better than you. Because I can sex better than you. I can move better than you. I can speak better than you. I can record videos. I'm not a fake or fraud. I don't stalk. That's the charm. Then yeah, so be it. Little Ember Birdsall joke there. Ha ha ha! What a retard. Yeah. Who's the retard though? So many people degrade each other, and you know what? You have no dignity about yourself, and you take it all over and over again. I'm the one that gets angry, says some stuff, and I walk away. But enjoy your night, and nightmares that you could possibly have.